Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Okay, so how are you today? Okay, I hope everyone is doing good and everyone is doing fine. Okay, so for today's class, based on this picture, can you guess what are the topic? Very good. It's the characters in the Jungle Book. Okay, so before we go further, okay, so there are two types of characters in the Jungle Book. So the first one will be the main characters, and then the second one will be the supporting characters. Okay, so main characters is usually the most important character in the story, while supporting character will be the one that is not really focused in the primary storyline. Okay, so basically in the Jungle Book there are 6 main characters. Okay, so the first one will be Mowgli, the second one will be Bagheera, the third one will be Baloo, the fourth one will be Shere, the fifth one will be AKELA, and then the last one will be Kaa. So there are 6 main characters in the Jungle Book. Okay, now let us look into the characteristic of the first main character, which is Mowgli. Okay, so the first characteristic of Mowgli is he is very brave. So why do we say this? Okay, so we can see in page 32 in the storybook of the Jungle Book, Mowgli said to Shere, "I'm not your prey, Shere. Now get out of my sight." Okay, so this shows that Mowgli is very brave. Like, how can a small boy talk like that to a tiger? Right? So this shows that Mowgli is a very brave person. Okay, then the second characteristic of Mowgli is he is very determined. Right? Okay, so we can say this because in page 50, Mowgli said, "I may be a man, but I promise to fight with the pack, even if I die." So he is very determined to protect the pack. Very good. Okay, so then the last characteristic of Mowgli is he is very intelligent. So we can see his intelligence when he said that, "I have had enough of that tiger. It's time I kill him. I have a plan." Okay, so as we know, Mowgli is a human while Shere is a tiger. So to defeat Shere, he actually needs a very proper and intelligent plan. Okay, so it shows that Mowgli is very intelligent because in the end we know that he managed to kill Shere. So the second main character of the Jungle Book will be Baloo. So Baloo is Mowgli's best friend. So Baloo is a bear. Okay, so the characteristics of Baloo is very loving and protective. Okay, we can see that Baloo is very loving in page 19 when he said that, "Who knows, but those careless fools will hurt Mowgli. We have to get him back." Okay, so this happened when Mowgli is kidnapped by the monkeys. So Baloo is very worried. So Baloo and Bagheera ask help from Kaa to get him back. Okay, then the second one, Baloo is very protective when he said, "Leave the main cub alone." Okay, he said this to the monkeys. Yeah, the same thing happened when he actually want to save Mowgli from the monkey. The third main character will be Bagheera the Black Panther. Okay, so the first characteristic of Bagheera is very thoughtful. Okay, so we can see this on page 26 where Bagheera said, "I was once a human prisoner myself." Okay, so this time actually Bagheera is trying to explain to Mowgli why Shere is really trying hard to kill Mowgli. Kenapa Shere ni betul-betul berusaha untuk bunuh Mowgli? Because there was one time where Bagheera is imprisoned by the human. dia ditangkap dan dikurung oleh manusia. So it shows that there are some people, there are some human who is very very cruel to animals, okay, but not whole human. Okay, so you guys don't be cruel to animals. Please don't be cruel to animals. Be kind to animals, okay? Then the second characteristic of Bagheera is very protective like BALOO. Okay, so we can see this when Bagheera said, "Oh, you'll answer us," on page 21. Okay, so this time is when he tries to protect Mowgli from the monkeys. The next main character will be Shere Khan the tiger. Okay, so the Shere Khan is very determined. Okay, we can see that he's very determined on page 9 where he said, "Give me the main cub. My hunt isn't finished," he said like that. Okay, so he actually trying to catch Mowgli, trying to kill Mowgli until he reached the hunting ground of the wolves. Okay, so he's very determined until he actually doesn't realize he is already at the wolf's hunting ground. So he cannot enter the wolf's hunting ground. But since he is very determined to get rid of Mowgli, so yeah, he just want to finish the hunting. Okay, so the second characteristic of Shere Khan is very revengeful. So we can see this on page 11 where Shere Khan said, "You'll regret this, wolves. I'll rid that man cub from this jungle." So this actually happened when the wolves actually asked Shere Khan to leave the hunting ground because they want to protect Mowgli from Shere Khan. Then the next character will be Kaa the snake. Okay, Kaa the python. Okay, so Kaa is actually very helpful. Okay, so we can see this on page 22 when Bagheera said, "Kaa, help us find you." Okay, so as we know, Cold Lairs, the place where the monkeys brought Mowgli to, is a place that not so many people know. Okay, but Bagheera and BALOO knows that Kaa can help them to find Mowgli sebab they also don't know where is Cold Lairs, tapi Kaa tahu. Kaa know where the monkeys brought Mowgli, so he is very helpful. Thanks to Kaa. Then the last character for today will be AKELA. So AKELA is the leader of the wolf pack. So the characteristic of AKELA is he's very respected. Okay, we can see that he's very respected on page 11 where mother wolf and father wolf knows that we're not allowed any main cub living with them. Okay, so they just need to ask AKELA first before they bring in Mowgli. Besides that, AKELA is also very fair. Okay, so we can see that he's very fair. Dia sangat adil on page 12 when he said, "If two others speak for him, I let him stay." So that's when BALOO actually said, "Let him stay. I've always taught your cubs the laws of the jungle, and I think I could teach men cub the same law." And Bagheera agree with BALOO. So with all of that, I think that's all for today. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Don't forget to submit your homework.